Just stepped into the studio, the sound stage, if you will, the video production facility for Ribbit Media. To my left, the green screen, which is a recent development. Now, of course, the facilities are kind of cramped here. This is a 10 by 14 foot space, and this green screen is a 4 by 8 sheet of hardboard with these light boxes on the ends. These are 4 foot 32 watt fluorescent tubes. Hanging in front of it is the backdrop that I use for Pig and Sheep for opposing viewpoints, which normally, when I'm shooting opposing viewpoints, actually gets hung up in front of the regular NewsUndies backdrop, which is over there. And as you can see, the lighting for this is kind of complicated. This is a wash for the backdrop. These are the hair lights here and there. And then this is the main wash for the subject of the video. There's the main NewsUndies desk set here, which is, there's the desk with the mic and the slate and the little clicker for the prompter. And behind here is the famous NewsUndies backdrop. Above that is a rolled up black felt backdrop that I can hang in front, which I usually use for celebrity birthdays. 232 watt tubes in each of these fixtures. And there's 2 fixtures, so it's a total of 128 watts of fluorescent light being thrown down on the NewsUndies backdrop here. Then there's another 128 watts of fluorescent light here being thrown at me at the desk, and then another 65 watts, and then another 20-some watts. So I'm really getting lit up here. I'm going to turn you around so you can see the prompter. So that's that. And that is being driven by this presentation showing on my MacBook. As you can see, the presentation is backwards on the MacBook. That's so that it'll show up front ways here. And then there's the monitor showing you inside the little camera looking at you, me looking at you, looking at you. It's all terribly complicated. When Pig and Sheep are in action, the hanging backdrop that you saw over there will be hanging in front of this backdrop, and the camera will be zoomed in. We'll be hanging the slate from the lights and all that kind of thing. So everything should work smoothly. So anyway, that's where we're at. Here goes. Enjoy. Those are out of shot. Okay. Ding. All right. Let's get this party started. Oh, shoot. Have the mug in the right spot. Turn the right way. There we go. All right. NewsUndies, NU1045, setup 1, scenes 1 and 3. Take 1. All right. Going to do the voiceover first. 3, 2, 1, mark. And here we go. Coming in 3, 2, 1, mark. Now you may very well be asking, why did I just stop the filming there? Well, it goes something like this. I'm not going to break into song, don't worry. Basically what it boils down to is the show is actually broken into segments. And Celebrity Birthdays is pre-recorded. Moose Weintraub Sports Half Minute is pre-recorded. There's the parts where I want there to be continuity, a one continuous shot, right? If I can get one take to camera, that's great. And that minimizes the amount of extraneous crap that I have to download into the computer to edit. This next thing that I'm going to do, scene 4, is the main stories and details segment. And that is usually the one that trips me up. If I can't do it all in one take, or one complete straight read-through, I want to be able to edit the mistakes out cleanly so that it looks more or less like one straight-through thing. Again, to minimize the amount of crap that I have to download that I'm not going to use, I slate the sections and record them as separate pieces. So here we go. We're going to do scene 4 here. Oh, and the purpose of the setups, I don't know if you can see this, but on the slate here, one of the things is setup. That has to do with where the camera and the lights and everything is oriented. So, setup 1 is shooting me at the desk with the NewsUndies background. Setup 2 is celebrity birthdays, which change of background. Camera and everything else stays the same. And then setup 3 is opposing viewpoints, which, again, background change, camera zoom and everything changes around a little bit, but the position remains the same. Setup 4 is usually, and later, is usually pointing at green screen or some remote location. So here we go. NewsUndies, NU1045, setup 1, scene 4, take 1. 3, 2, 1, mark. As you may, at the risk of not seeming inadequately, this U.S. Representative from Illinois, John Shimkus. The author? Brad O'Leary. Who the hell is Who the hell is Brad O'Leary? To read the Wikipedia article on him, Obama, but as skilled at perception management as he. Do I take it from all the way back at the beginning? I do. Too many errors. NU1045, setup 1, scene 4, take 2. See, if I had taken that all the way from the top, that would have been, 2-3 minutes of extra crap that I'd have to download and then throw away. I don't want to do that. Alright, coming in 3, 2, 1, mark. Oh, airplane. These studios may be stylish and high-tech, but they're not soundproof. Alright, here we go. 3, 2, 1, mark. What do you think? Do I keep that one or do I do a take 3? Why am I asking you? I still have this banana Tootsie Pop to work on. You know what? I'm going to go back and watch it. That's what I'm going to do. I can cut that up. That'll work.
Do I keep that one or do I do a take 3?
Keep that one. Scene 5, take 1. Mute the monitor. Scene 5 is normally shot with 2 different setups. Setup 1, which is me at the desk, and then setup 3, which is pig and sheep. So we'll do those at the end of the shoot. NewsUndies, NU1045. Oh, dearie me, what happened here? There. NewsUndies, NU1045, setup 1, scene 5, take 1. Okay. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, mark. With the 20. And the outro. I have a burp. Okay. The outro in 3, 2, 1, mark. That's what. Scenes 6 and 7 are usually shot together. 6 is Moose Weintraub Sports Half Minute, and scene 7 is the intro to the commercial break. NewsUndies, NU1045, setup 1, scene 6 and 7, take 1. Oh, scene 6 also includes the technology story. After Moose Weintraub. Okay. Here we go. Coming in 3, 2, 1, mark. And now, it worked okay. Then, scenes 8 and 9, which are pastcast weather and the final news roundup and the sign-off. NewsUndies, NU1045, setup 1, scenes 8 and 9, take 1. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do the voiceovers for the pastcast weather map things first. So this is for number 10, coming in 3, 2, 1, mark. And that's setup 1. You ready for setup 2? Or 3? Setup 3. Alright, here comes setup 3. Change of backdrop. And then these little clippies hold the slate, which helps me to zoom in properly. Set up 3S. So this allows me to properly zoom in and to hold the slate without actually having to hold the slate, because the amount that the camera zoomed in makes holding the slate in front of the camera kind of difficult. I can't do opposing viewpoints without the puppets. So sheep is up first. There's sheep. Okay, here we go. NewsUndies, NU1045. Set up 3S, scene 5, take 1. Right. Okay. Isn't that awesome? Just being able to do that kind of weird thing. So there's sheep. And I need to get out of the shot. And I need to point the mic at me. Alright. Alright, here we go. Coming in 3, 2, 1, mark. You betcha! It's creepy. NewsUndies, NU1045, set up 3P, scene 5, take 1. Oh, that works much faster. That's great. Okay, I'm having the pig. Moose and squirrel. Moose and squirrel. Alright, focusing on pig there. Good deal. Alright. Coming in 3, 2, 1, mark. This permanent campaign mentality. 3, 2, 1, mark. This permanent campaign mentality. Damn it. Who writes it? Did you write this shit? Yeah, I did. You suck. Alright. 3, 2, 1, mark. This permanent campaign... We'll go ahead and keep that one. And that is a NewsUndies shoot. The next step is to download the video from the camera that's mounted to the prompter into the MacBook Pro and cut the show together. So that's a kind of a boring and tedious process. We'll see if I can get you some highlights of that, even though it's boring and tedious. And then upload the show to YouTube and Funny or Die, and then plug it on Facebook and Twitter and Think Atheist and Atheist Nexus and wherever else I can think of. And that's pretty much it. So, thanks for coming along for the ride. Talk to you later. Bye.